Mac Jones, look, I agree with you. One of the reasons Cam Newton's not there is they love what they see from Mac Jones, and there's suddenly a ton of hype around Mac Jones, the player or the rookie of the year on the offensive side of the ball. Odds shot from plus 800 to plus 450. No surprise, once you know he's going to be playing, he's going to have better odds to win that award. But he's just so smooth and so confident, and it's almost robotic in the way that he makes the drops and he makes the reads and he throws the ball, and he's just got an authoritative way about him. I'm stunned, Big Cat. You're a college football guy. I said this week, and I know this is a horribly dated reference, this is like when they put Michael Keaton in the Batman costume. Like, where'd Michael Keaton go? Like, Mac Jones was this lumpy Bobby Lane guy at Alabama, and his uniform didn't fit him, and he looked out of shape. All of a sudden, they put him into the Patriots uniform, and he looks like Tom Brady wearing Jimmy Garoppolo's number.
Well, to be fair, Mac Jones had one of the greatest college football seasons of all time last year. It was better than Tua's season. So he was very, very good. I think the knock on Mac Jones was always, because we saw it with Tua, and then he makes the transition to the NFL, is if you're playing on a team with all-stars and everyone's always open, can you do that in the NFL? But he was exceptional in Alabama. He had an all-time season. And, you know, I think what happens now in today's NFL, Mike, is because there are so many dynamic quarterbacks, guys that can do something with their feet and throw the ball, we fall in love with that. And sometimes we forget that it's the old Mike Leach. The only thing you can't teach is accuracy. If you're an accurate passer and you get the ball there on time, it doesn't matter if you don't have the athleticism that some of these other guys have. That is a skill that puts you, I think, at the start when you're talking about quarterbacks. So, yeah, I think Mac Jones is going to be very good. He showed it at Alabama, and I think he's in a perfect situation. I mean, imagine getting drafted. You not only get the year in between where Cam Newton is the guy after the guy, because no one wants to be the guy after the guy, but now you get drafted by Bill Belichick, who probably wants to prove some things, and Josh McDaniels in like one of the most stable franchises in the NFL. What a dream. I mean, that he is set up to succeed for a very long time in my eyes.
And they spent all that money in the offseason on improving the weapons. One of the reasons why Cam Newton wasn't as good last year as he could have been. Now they've got better weapons for Mac Jones as he walks in the door. And you made an important point. And Vic Fangio, the Broncos coach, 2 weeks ago, said this, and it was one of the things that made me think Teddy Bridgewater's getting that job in Denver. The ability to manipulate the pocket, the ability to buy time, moving, not in a frenetic way, in a very smooth, controlled way, sliding to the spot where the pressure isn't, getting rid of the ball before the pressure is on top of you and the walls close in. You don't have to run around with your hair on fire if you know how to just slide subtly, step here, jump there, but do it in a graceful way, throw the ball. That's what Mac Jones has. That's what Tom Brady has. That's what Teddy Bridgewater has. And at a time when we're so smitten with guys who can buy extra time by running out of the pocket, maybe taking off, or just running around until they do a sidearm throw or a no-look throw or a left-handed throw, there's something to be said for the quarterback who can stay in the pocket and just move around very subtly and get rid of the football accurately.
Yeah, mobility. We think mobility. We think of a guy who can run around, defensive ends and get a first down with his feet. Mobility. The most mobile quarterbacks in the NFL in the last decade are, to my mind, Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady because of that. Because they know how to move around the pocket and they always know how to avoid the rush. Neither guy is, running a 4.40, so that tells you a lot. The ability to move in the pocket is way better, in my mind, than the ability to move outside of the pocket.
But Rodgers, as you've seen time and again, when he decides to kick it in, he can go.
Yeah.
And he always finds that spot where nobody else is. You don't see him get hit. The only time he gets hit is when he holds the ball a little bit too long behind the line of scrimmage, waiting for a guy to pop open. That's how he's broken a couple of collarbones over the past several years. All right.
Shea McClellan. Shout out Shea McClellan.
And also Anthony Barr. That was a classic case of Rodgers holding the ball to let his guy pop a little more open, and he just held it too long.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.